you've never been to Okeke International Market in Onitsha, then you haven't really seen what a real African market look like. Okeke is not a regular market, no. It's a small world all by itself. You can find anything there. From handmade bag to handmade tie and dye clothes. The place is so big that you might even forget your own name. People shout, people pull you, people try to sell to you from three directions at the same time. Sometimes you would think you've walked into a wrestling match, not a market. In that hotbed of hustle, noise and color, a young woman called Ifunaya decided to start her own business. Ifunaya was not just anybody. She was sharp. She was fine. She held herself with quiet pride. She had tried small hustle before. From selling of bottles of perfume, makeup item, she even went as far as selling food for some time. But those small things did not satisfy her. She wanted something bigger. Money and the kind of respect that made people look twice. She wanted a name that rang in the market. She wanted to be known. So, she watched the market. She watched the traders who sold lace and Ankara clothes. Women came from town, from all over the city, to buy nice material. The sellers were loud. They acted as if 15,000 clothes was a mercy at 3K. The tricks they used, the way they made people believe, it impressed her. She stood at the gate one afternoon and said quietly, "This place will know my name," she said. She did not rush. For months, she did not sell a single thing. She was just there observing. She went there each day as a spy. She watched how traders called customers. She watched how they smiled. She watched how they show small kindness. How they give customer cold drink, biscuit and a friendly word. Could turn a looker into a buyer. One woman gave a customer a chill Fanta and a gala buzz. The customer relaxed. She smiled and then she bought 2 rolls of lace. Ifunaya wrote everything down while spying. There are simple rules in the market. Shout near the road. Learn to shout without losing your voice. Offer a small drink. And act like the customer is your long-lost sister. Those were the rules Ifunaya wrote and kept. After saving and borrowing from her cousin, she rented a small shop. It was small, but it was smart, right near the center of the market. Ifunaya set up her stall with different colorful wrappers, with different patterns, shiny lace on the shelf. She put on small sign saying Ifunaya's fabric. At first, they felt like walking into battle. She wore her best outfit that day. Her face was put together. She tiled her gilly high. She opened her shop and shouted, "I need people to get in to check her new fabric." By 9, the market was full. Traders stood in the front of their shop, clapping and shouting, attracting customers. Ifunaya joined them, even though she was not perfect at it yet. She practiced the voice she had learnt at home. She said to one woman, "Madam, come and see this new design." Some women glanced, some smiled. A few entered into her shop, but the trouble began. Customers sat down. They turned the clothes, felt it, asked 100 questions. "Is this lace original? Does it look like lace?" They touched everything and said, "Let me look around and come back." But most of them never came back. Ifunaya felt foolish. She asked herself, "Am I not shouting enough? Am I not fine enough to market?" But her neighbor, Mama Uche, was making money like a magician. Every 10 minutes, Mama Uche had a sale. One day, a young woman named Ukim, short, round-faced, with a sharp little voice, she came with her auntie to ask if she could work as an apprentice. "Auntie, please, I will sweep. I will hide customers. I will do anything to learn," she pleaded. Ifunaya tested her for a week. She took her in with 1 month trial. Ikim soaked everything in. She learned how to smile at customers. She learned how to sit customers down, how to throw a roll of lace across her shoulder. Most importantly, she learned the rule. Make the person sit first. Once the person sat on the red plastic chair, they have to forget how to say no. Week passed. Ifunaya and Ukim worked together. Business was slow but steady. They made many sales. Ifunaya had pride. She began to imagine the association meeting, the secretary seat, the free drink, and the respect. She dreamt a bit. The market was not easy, but she felt she was moving. One evening, As the market cooled, she was about to close her shop. Three women walked in and stood near the stall. Ifunaya began to pack up. When the women appeared, they wore fine wrapper and had a quiet way some people have, like they belonged to something bigger. "You are Ifunaya," the first woman said. They spoke softly, but their voices carried a weight. "We have been watching you." The woman smiled in a way that had both kind and dangerous. They said they belonged to a small group. "We help one another. We help the people in the markets," one said. "We make sure that our members never run empty. We share buyers among ourselves. We hold power," one said. Their words were like a net that would catch someone tired of the grind. They did not stay long. They told Ifunaya that they would meet the next day at a secret place. An address was given to Ifunaya. They told her to come alone, they said. "We will explain." They left without pressing. Their foot were quick and sure. Ifunaya slept badly that night. She thought of the association office and the possibility of respect. The market had been hard. She wanted the seat. She wanted to stop borrowing money. She wanted people to clap when she walked by. So, the next morning, she went to the address they gave. They met in a small room. The place smelled of old wood and soft perfume. There were three other women in the room, and a small handful of traders who looked like they had a private life in the market. They told stories about stores that were never empty, of buyers that came like rain. They showed her how they helped each other. A quiet message here, a customer sent there. They made it sound like family. They promised her customer respect and small protection if she joined. Then, they told her the cost. At first, it sounded like a blessing. "When you join, you will show you are loyal." One of the women said, "Every morning, give your first money of the day to your apprentice. Give half of it. It is a sign of kindness. It is a sign of leadership." They all smiled and said it was honorable. "You will look kind and the people would love you," they promised. So, they placed it as a ritual, like the market's secret handshake. They told her that when the first money is given to her apprentice, the market will notice the generosity and bless the shop. Ifunaya thought, this is so hard. Giving Ikem half of her first taking each morning, it looked like kindness, but the market may respect her. She would show she cared for her apprentice. It sounds like the right thing to do, so she agreed. Each morning, when she opened the store, she counted the first money as she walked to her apprentice. "Take this," she said, handing half of the first sale. Ikem smiled with surprise and thanks. The market watched and praised Ifunaya for her generosity. The three women would stand a little way off and nod like teachers. The shop seemed to glow. Customer came. For a while, everything was good. But the three women have not told her the whole secret. The three women did not tell Ifunaya the whole truth. They only told her a small part, that she must give the apprentice some of the first money she make each morning. "Give half to the girl," they said, "and everyone will see your kindness. Your business will boom." They did not tell her the real reason. The real reason was darker. The money was to be used to take a piece of the girl's blessing, to steal a part of her spirit and rightness so the society could hold power. So, Ifunaya agreed, and each morning she gave half of her first sale to Ikem like a gift. At first, it looked like generosity, but soon, Ikem changed. Ikem grew slower. She was dull. Her step lost the small skip. Her eyes were not bright. She forgot things easily. One day, she mixed two different fabrics for customers and had to call Ifunaya to help. The shop owner whispered to Ifunaya, "She is used to being so clever." Ifunaya felt a small stone in her chest, but told herself to be strong. The market had rewards now. She had to hold on. One afternoon, Ikem left the market and walked into a small church a little way from the road. She entered quietly and sat at the front row. People welcomed her. The pastor laid hands on her and prayed. The prayers were loud and warm. For the first time in many weeks, Ikem felt something loosen inside her. The small clams the three women had bounced around her heart began to fall away. She began to laugh small. Her brightness voice came back like birdsong. After the service, she came back to her bus stall and hummed as she walked. Ifunanya cried when she saw the old light in Ikem's face. When the spell loosened, the balance the three women had kept began to shift. Their secret was tied to Ikem's dullness. Once she woke and smiled again, the power that the women had used to hold the market for Ifunanya broke. Customers who used to come in the morning began to slow. The promises the three women had kept had first faded. People who buy from Ifunanya's store before now walk past her store. The market turned quiet in a way that felt like someone closed a heaven curtain. Her credit line was cut off. The wholesaler who had trusted her called to ask for payments. Friends who once greeted her now lowered their eyes. Ifunanya tried to bargain with the three women. "Help me," she said. "I did all you asked." They smiled coldly. "You gave what we thought," one said, "but the rules are ancient. What a token will place weeks. The contract must move." You understood when you joined. Their hands were gentle, but their words were like knives. A shot began to fill. The bolt of lace that has once rolled like a wave now sat still. People whispered that her shop had juju, or she had bought the success with wrong things. One day, Ike came back to the store that afternoon with her head held straight and her eyes clear. The prayers in the small church has changed something inside her. She moved like someone who had just come from a deep water and could find breath. She stood in front of Ifunanya and did not cry. She spoke softly. Each word was steady. "Auntie," she said, "they were using me. I felt empty every morning. I could not laugh. I could not sleep. So I went to church and they prayed for me. Now I'm free and I'm no longer the girl you used to know." Ifunanya tried to reach her hand to her. "Ikin," she began, her voice breaking. "I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought it would help me. I thought it would help my shop." Ikin cut her off. Her voice was calm but sharp. "You gave me money every morning and everyone clapped. You called it a blessing and they were taking my light. You let them use me." For a moment, there was silence. Ifunaya's face went pale. She could not find the word to fix what she had done. She only whispered, "I am sorry." Ike looked at her with something like pity and then anger. "Sorry is small," she said. "You made a choice. You gave me away in a bit. I forgive you. But I cannot stay where I was used. I cannot walk where I was sold." She stepped back. She shook her head once and walked out of her shop. As Ike left, Ifunanya stood still. The apology stuck in her throat and watched the one she loved go away. She regretted joining the association with a kind of regret that lived in her bone. Regret grew every night when the market went quiet. Guilt followed her to the market when the customers passed without coming to her shop or even without greeting. The empty silence sounded like punishment. She tried to undo what she had done, but it was not possible. Now, every time she walked past the market gate, she felt the weight of that one decision. Joining the association that has promised her a fast road, instead, it taught her how quick power can only a person. She kept the lesson close. She warned young traders quietly. Success that costs another person is not a success at all. Her regret was deep, honest, and without easy remedy. Constant reminder that some shortcuts take more than money. They take what is most human. Ifunaya's story is a warning wrapped in market noise. That a quick success that costs someone else is not a success at all. She chased a fast road, a name, respect, and customers, and she paid with the thing that matters most. The light of a young woman who trusted her, gave away that looked like a blessing, can hide other people lose. So, before one make a choice, think, and before one speak, think twice. Real growth is slow. Real respect is earned. Build your business with clean heads. Protect the people you love, and never trade another person's future for your own fate. And remember that shortcuts today can become a lifetime of regret tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If this story touches you, please like this story. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Give this story a thumbs up and please do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories like this. See you next time. Bye.